What a day. What a day in this live trade room. Thank you so much, guys and gals, for sticking around with me today. My name is Joseph. Thanks for being here. As always, it's a pleasure to have all the distinguished guests in this trade room together today. We appreciate you guys coming in and seeing us. Members, you guys know how much I love you guys. We can't do this without you, so thank you for being here as well. Boy, what a great day today. We got right back to business today. Yesterday was a day we wish we would have slept all day long. It was sleepy. It was sloppy. I took a full loss on crude today, made it right back literally moments afterwards. Had a really good day today. Had an impulse trade in there this morning. What happened was we saw right away the bears were in charge on the Russell, so we were selling short on the Russell. We also knew that crude oil was moving towards the lows of its range, and I wanted to get long on crude. So we were bullish on crude. We were bearish on the Russell. News came out at 10:30. I took a full stop. I was in way too early around that news. I gotta take my own advice a little bit more often on that crude inventory days. I'll tell you, we get that news out at 10:30 on Wednesdays, crude inventories. It's usually very easy to tell what the reaction is going to be. The difficult part is being patient to wait for the price to start moving in that direction, right? It's always easy to get right in right away at 10:30, 10:31, 10:32, and then it slops around for about 30, 45 more seconds, bounces you out of the trade, and then goes in the same direction you were hoping it would in the first place. That's a very common scenario between 10:30 and 10:33 on a Wednesday inventory day. Let's talk about what the easiest clues we got today were. I think the big thing this morning was on the Russell. Now, on the Russell this morning, this is what we saw on the Russell today. Here was the big clue on the Russell. Now, you know what? Don't cheat. Don't you cheat. Let's start right here. Now, this is all right on the blog. Maybe you guys think we use some fancy-dancy indicators here. Maybe you think there's some magic involved. Guys, no. Go right over to your Russell. That's not what I'm trying to get to. That's not going to help. What's going on here? All right. Luckily, I'm not teaching computer class. All right. Apparently, it won't go to the blog right now. Let's see here. I've been having this problem on my blog all day today. I don't know what's up with it. There it goes. There it comes back. Okay. Anyways, on the blog right now, this was posted this morning at 8 a.m. What did we talk about? What did we talk about today on the Russell? Again, this was posted ahead of time. 8 a.m. this morning, we start working on our plan. The goal of this trade room is to plan our trades so we can then trade our plan. See, if I'm a brand new trader, I need to remember that my goal is to put together a roadmap every single day. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. We did it together today, didn't we? Today, we went through the entire checklist. We used our anchor chart. We used our pattern chart. We used our entry chart. We talked about that the very first thing. The first thing we talked about right here, we are trading at the highs of this range. And we can see the buyers have recently failed. This tells us the buyers tried and they failed. So, we want to sell these highs, taking profit at the previous low of day. And then even furthermore, look what else we talked about. Remember, the previous low of day is a price magnet. So if it slows down around the previous low of day, be careful. And that's exactly what we did. We did a great job at anticipating this today on the Russell. We broadcasted it to the world so we could hold ourselves accountable and so that you as a guest right now can hold me accountable. See, it's easy for a 30-year veteran to say, oh, I'm getting long right now. But how do you do that? If you've had 30 minutes of experience, right? It's easy for a 30-year veteran to call the trades wherever they think they're going to go next. But how about a 30-minute rookie, right? How about somebody who's never traded before? We need something more. We need a methodical approach to beginning our day every day. You get that as a member in this live trade room. So Russell said, sell short below the previous high of day, take profit at the previous low of day. Okay, don't take my word for it. It was posted right there on the blog for you. So that was the plan. Now, we find ourselves here, looking at the Russell here now. What do we see? We see yesterday's trading range, this green box. Price breaks out of the range. We get a divergent signal that fires off, clearly a sideways range, and we know one of three things is likely to happen. A, price will tumble back down, we'll go short, take our profit off back at the lows. B, price could make a new higher high, we go wave long because we're above the highs. And there's a third scenario. The third scenario this morning was that price could actually just sit there, and it could keep going sideways, and we'd have to sit on our hands. Price can move higher. I'm above the previous highs. I'm buying pullbacks. Price can move lower. If it does, I'm below the previous high. I'm selling retracements, and I'm taking it off all the way down to the lows. Let's see what happened now. Let's fast forward. We go below the previous high of day. That's when we started to get excited. That's when we were looking at our chart this morning and we said, whoa, all right, perfect setup. We broke above the previous highs. Following our plan now, we get below the previous low of day. There's wave pattern 1. Keep on going. There's wave 2. There's wave 3. There's wave 4. And there is mission accomplished. Guys, we do this every day of the week. This will happen 3 or 4 times a week on every one of these markets. Take a look at crude oil right now. Crude oil, same thing this morning. Euro, same thing this morning. Gold, identical to this morning. Guys, I just chose to trade the Russell this morning. Doesn't matter to me, guys. I can trade the highs and lows of Microsoft stock. I can trade the highs and lows of the Euro USD Forex pair. I'll trade the highs and lows of the Russell. This ain't rocket science. The key this morning was that this didn't catch us off guard. And now we're sitting here looking to buy these lows now. As we said, we're going to be careful around the previous low of day. We called the trade long on the Russell just before we began this review. So we went all the way down, and just in case you think maybe we left off the last part of this, what does the last bit of this prep say this morning? We'll look for sellers to fail below the previous low of day, wait for the fake-out breakout, and then buy the previous low of day, target back at previous high of day. So we nailed it. Just an incredible job today on the Russell. Made a killing on the way down. Just as the plan said, selling short, target down to the previous low of day. And just like the buyers failed at the highs, the sellers failed at the lows. We buy it as it goes back up. And let's see here. Where do you think it will go next? I'm going to say right around that 23. I'm going to go out on a limb there and say the previous highs. Guys, great work today. Excellent job, everybody. We got a couple more moments to grab some questions and answers for you before we run over and do some trading today. I want to remind you right now that we had a fast track trade that triggered on crude. The fast track to make it very easy for a new trader to perform with us. As a new trader, you might be wondering, Joe, how can I replicate these results? You're pretty good, but I can't do this, right? Now, remember, I don't want to hear any excuses. No letting fear run our lives. I hear too many clients calling in the office these days where they're letting fear run their lives right now. Do not let fear run your lives. I get where you're coming from. Trading is not difficult, but it ain't easy either. You got to have a little bit of experience. I'm going halfway with you here, and I'm going to provide you with the fast track method. The fast track method is the simplest version of this method. It uses limit orders, and as you can see here, we call the exact entry at 85 with the exact target, and I missed the initial target there by about 5 ticks right now. We're not out of the trade yet. Just be aware, though, we do have we do have the fast track here on crude oil. All righty. Excellent work today, everybody. Excellent job. Wednesday morning, we made it through the sloppiest part of the week here. Monday was a great day. Tuesday was sloppy as all hell. And, of course, Wednesday here, a little iffy day here, but we made our money today. Excellent work. I want to thank you all for being here, part of this today, as always. My name is Joseph. Keep those questions coming. Almost done here this morning.